Now, there are many Halo games that have been conceptualized over the years. Of course, we have the ones that have been released like the mainline games, but also titles like Halo Wars, and even an arcade game that you can find drunk dads play at Dave & Buster's. With every game that actually ends up being released though, you have a few other ideas that do not make the final cut. Halo Starfighter, for instance, was an idea 343 had for a Halo game centered around space battles, while Halo Titan, on the other hand, was a cancelled MMORPG created to rival World of Warcraft.
Looks like you're about to get pwned.
While there's an interesting story with regards to the background of this game, Halo Titan is not the focus of this video. Instead, we are diving into two other projects which really could have evolved Halo. These two projects represent huge what-ifs for the franchise and really only exist in alternate timelines. Ladies and gentlemen, we are diving into some cool stuff in this video, so sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's talk about some unreleased Halo. Halo on the DS is one of those things you see in a fever dream. You know, the kind of dream with walls like these and which features something fucking stupid like, I don't know, the Hawk Tuah girl playing COD with Obama. On January 4th of 2007, IGN journalist Matt Casamassina went straight to the internet after allegedly playing a DS port of Halo, saying the game is totally legit and playable. Many doubted Matt's claims, as for one, his blog post was one massive just trust me bro, and it seemed way too obscure for Halo, a game series synonymous with Xbox and Microsoft, to ever be lent over to the Nintendo DS. Even Bungie employees like Frank O'Connor and Brian Gerard had to come out to dismiss Matt's story, saying that, quote, there has never been an officially funded or sanctioned development of any sort of DS Halo game. Matt would clap back though, reiterating his statement that the game was very much real and even going so far as to say that it was backed by a very prominent video game publisher. But Matt also included a little something that we refer to as receipts. On the IGN YouTube channel, he came out and straight up showcased the game. And yeah, Halo on the fucking DS. It even has a DS version of the Halo theme playing, and it looks like something that, at least in my eyes, had to be put together by a studio, even if the gameplay experience is rather limited. The only map that is playable in this build is Halo 2's Zanzibar, which I feel like is pretty impressive for the DS to be able to handle. The game ultimately looks like Halo, incorporates the correct sounds for the SMG and plasma rifle, features explosive fusion coils, it even utilizes the radar as something to occupy the bottom screen as you play. As a side note, it's insane that the player has 5 grenades. I don't even think Kim Jong-un would carry that many grenades. The death animation also looks pretty good, and I don't mean that to sound weird. I'm just emphasizing the belief that it had to take an experienced studio to put this game together. It's a cool game, and it's a shame that it remained in a prototype state. This could have been a huge success for the series and an appropriate next step to evolve the franchise. But wait until you see this next game, because ladies and gentlemen, it is going to blow your socks off.
Spartan, can you read me? You were shot down 12 clicks from the nearest UNSC base.
Back when I was a kid, I was always somewhat afraid of Christmas. Yeah, sure, it was always a magical day, except for when you are in the timeline of a family member giving you Mega Bloks instead of Legos. I ain't here to shit on Mega Bloks too much. They have some cool stuff out there, and unlike Lego, they actually got gun molds that look detailed and cool. But the whole shtick of Mega Bloks is that it's the competitor of Lego. You don't compare Legos to anything. They're in their own league, whereas Mega Bloks or Mega Constructs, whatever it's called now, it's just some weird non-canon offshoot. And one thing they are aiming for was to potentially compete with Lego in the video game sector of the market. You see, Lego kicks ass in making games, but anyone can make a good game as long as you got the skills and creativity and money. You don't have to worry about matching up to Lego's ability in making the actual toy product itself. With a video game, you just give out enough money to a studio to crank out a game for you to sell. In this case, this is exactly what Mega Constructs wanted to do with the rights to Halo. Make a dope ass Mega Constructs Halo game and maybe take some jabs at Lego. The game was originally slated to release for the Xbox 360, despite the leaked prototype being from 2013, the year of the Xbox One release, and it was canceled the same year for an unknown reason. And the reason why this is unknown to me is because, in all honesty, the game quite frankly kicks ass. It's like Lego Star Wars, but with cooler guns and more interactive enemies. I mean, yeah, it copies already pre-established gameplay ideas from Lego, like with building barricades and turrets, and it does have the same health system as we already see in the Halo titles, but who cares, because this genuinely looks fun. It It also is only 10 months old, so given much more time and money, who knows what it would have looked like fleshed out. It is not like this would be a $60 game. It would instead be like an Xbox Live arcade game that you could acquire for like 10 bucks. I mean, this game literally had hunter assassinations, and it's funny because I've only seen this in like everything but the actual Halo games themselves. There's not really much story that's been leaked, but there was a planned firefight mode, and it's great because we all wanted to see a third-person Halo game. Third person could totally work for PvE Halo. It just requires 3 for 3 to spice Halo up. If there's one message to this video, it's that you gotta take risks, and through side projects like these, it's a perfect way to see what works for the franchise and what doesn't. Unfortunately, we won't ever see these two games, at least not officially. It's up to the fans to get these projects up and running, like El Dorito or SPV3. After all, Spartans never die. They just get canceled by Microsoft.